Every year, the internet votes for its top 100 dishes. So today, I'm gonna make the top 10, and then with help of my friends Sarah and Jackson, we're gonna rate them all and see where we think they end up. We're gonna do this in a completely random order, but there's heaps to do, so let's get stuck in. And the first dish we're kicking off with is Sate Kambing, which is an Indonesian goat satay dish, and I love satay. First step, cover the goat in crushed pineapple. So what does the pineapple do? Well, it tenderizes it. There's an enzyme in the pineapple that breaks down the proteins in the meat. Leave that aside for 10 minutes, and while that's doing its thing, we're gonna start to make the rest of the marinade. To a blender, you're gonna add a stock cube, toasted coriander seeds, garlic, galangal, shallot, tamarind, sweet soya, water, salt and pepper, and blend. Now we're gonna brush off all the pineapple from the meat, and we're gonna cut it into 2 centimeter cubes. Then back in a clean dish and cover with our marinade. And we're gonna leave that at room temp for 30 minutes. Once your goat is marinated, you're gonna skewer it onto either metal or bamboo skewers. Then get a charcoal grill nice and hot, reserving any leftover marinade. And you're gonna grill it for about 8 to 10 minutes, turning every 1 to 2 minutes and brushing on any excess marinade as you go. All right, first up, Sate Kambing. Sarah and Jackson.
Hello.
Welcome, both
Hi.
culinary professionals. Looking forward to seeing what you think. Sarah, ladies first. So we're serving this with satay sauce, and it's obviously goat, so we'll see how this eats.
Thank you.
Jackson?
Really interested to see how gamey that meat is.
Yeah.
It's tender.
Yeah, real tender.
Coriander comes through.
Very strong coriander. I think the pineapple definitely did its work, didn't it?
The smokiness from the charcoal comes through really well.
Still juicy.
Yeah. So still juicy, not over chewy, nice char, and a good amount of coriander seed coming through. And satay sauce is always a winner in my eyes. All right, the fun part. So we're gonna rank these Top Gear style. It's obviously the first one. I'm gonna go smack bang in the middle. I don't think it's gonna be the best dish we have today.
I mean, that's up there for me. I'm gonna put it in the top quarter so
quarter?
far. Yeah.
I
Sarah?
don't know, I reckon there's good things to come.
All right, well, let's make another dish and see what happens.
Okay.
Next up, from Serbia, Komplet Lepinja, which translates to complete bread. But first things first, we need to make a dough. So to the bowl of a stand mixer with a hook attachment, we're gonna add the water, yeast, and sugar. We're gonna mix that for like 30 seconds and then let it sit there for a few minutes to make sure the yeast is active. Next, we're gonna add the flour, salt, and oil. We're gonna mix it on low for 10 minutes until the dough comes together. Remove from the bowl, shape it into a tight ball, and then place it back in and cover it with a tea towel. And you're gonna allow it to prove for at least an hour or until it's doubled in size. Once the dough is proved, we're gonna split it into 4 equal parts. We're gonna roll into a tight ball and flatten out so it looks like a hockey puck. We're gonna place it into an oven that's preheated to 230 degrees, and once they're in, we're gonna turn it down to 200 and cook for 20 minutes. Once they're cooked, remove and cover with a clean tea towel to steam. Next, we're gonna add 4 eggs to a bowl with a big pinch of salt and beat really well. Then we're gonna cut the tops off our bread, scoop out the inside, and add about 2 tablespoons of the cheese, followed by the beaten egg all the way to the top. Back into the 200-degree oven for 5 or 6 minutes, just until the egg is cooked. Once the egg is set, remove from the oven, put the lids back on, and we're gonna brush them with dripping. Today, we're using pork fat. All right, guys, Komplet Lepinja from Serbia.
I think you need to try and eat this first.
Okay. I think I'm gonna just do one of these ones. Put a bit of souffled egg there, some cheese. Why is no one else eating? Why am I the only
Because
one?
we're just going to see how much mess you're going to make first.
For me, it's very unoffensive. It's fresh bread with a simple cheese and egg. It's tasty, and it reminds me of a lot of different breakfasts from around the world. But is it in my top 10 dishes of all time? I'm not so sure.
It's comforting.
It's very comforting.
Nice in winter, nice when it's cold. Maybe if you had a bowl of soup with it or something like that to dip it in.
Throw some bacon on it.
Whoa, that was confident. Okay, you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down towards the bottom because I think that there are some better things to come, but it's still a strong dish.
I'm straight at the bottom. There's nothing wrong with it, but I think that for me, is it a top 10 dish of all time? I'm not so sure. Sorry, Serbia. And also worth mentioning, it did leak a bit, and that was my bad molding of the bread. So maybe that affected it a little bit. Let's see. Next up from Paraguay, we've got Vori Vori. So bring your water to a simmer, and then you're gonna add the spring onions, tomato, red capsicum or bell pepper, onion, and chicken. Big pinch of salt, 6 grinds of black pepper, a parsley, and oregano. You're gonna simmer this for 50 minutes. Then, while that's simmering, you're gonna make your dough for your dumplings. You're gonna add your corn flour, your queso cheese, and salt to a bowl. Then you're gonna rub it through your fingers until the queso is evenly distributed. Now, add a bit of the hot stock from the pot until it comes together, and when you squeeze it, it stays together in a ball. After your soup's been simmering for 50 minutes, you're gonna lower in your dumplings. Taking roughly a tablespoon of your dough, rolling it into a tight ball, and placing it straight into the soup. Cook for another 10 minutes, and you're good to go. All right, guys, we've got Vori Vori from Paraguay. Chicken soup with a cornmeal dumpling. It looks very comforting.
It's not packing a massive punch of flavour, but it's very homely, comforting. I do like the dumplings though.
It's warming, it's tasty. It's good.
It's good.
It's good. The dumplings are really nice.
Yeah, I'm quite a big fan of the dumplings. The soup is like a good chicken noodle soup, and the chicken's nicely cooked, but I think it's interesting. The dumplings with the cheese in there, they've got a really interesting texture, and they're nicely seasoned. There you go, delicious. But, where's it going on your boards? Wow, really? That's interesting.
Sorry, Paraguay. It's tasty. I just think there's maybe better dishes to come still.
For me, it was better than the Komplet. It was very comforting, and I like the texture of the dumplings. Definitely not better than grilled meat on a stick though.
Grilled meat's still winning.
All right. The next dish has 3 ingredients and is by far the most expensive dish we will make in this video. I'm gonna try and pronounce it correctly. I am so sorry to Italy at what I'm about to say, because it's gonna be completely wrong. You'll have to excuse me. I'm gonna read this off my phone because I really wanna get this as close as I can. Tajarin, al Tartufo, Bianco, d'Alba. I'm sorry, that's terrible, but it's pasta with truffle, if you didn't figure it out. So white truffles, this is a wild white truffle. These things are incredibly rare and incredibly expensive. I haven't eaten white truffles in forever. I like truffles, I just don't like paying for them. This is tagliatelle, which is a little bit thicker than the pasta we're supposed to use, and then butter, simple. So cook your pasta in salted boiling water for however long it says on the packet. I'm doing mine for about 9 minutes today. Then in a saucier pan, you're gonna melt some butter. Now we just wanna melt it, don't burn it. We're not making burn noisette here. Gonna slice your truffle really thin, ideally on a truffle slicer. If you don't have one, then a mandolin will work. And if you don't have one of those, then a fine grater is your last resort. Add your cooked pasta to your melted butter and toss to emulsify any pasta water in with the butter. Then add the truffle, saving some for the top. All right team, we've got a white truffle pasta. We have to share one plate because I ain't paying for 3 of those.
That's a lot of truffle.
I did go extreme on the truffle because I do think that if you're gonna have truffle, you need to have truffle. Ladies first.
Just like
Yeah, make sure you get lots of truffle.
full
on
truffle
there.
on top.
Yeah.
I'm keen to hear what you think, but like for me, that is so just like strong in that beautiful truffle flavor that it's like really decadent as well.
Very indulgent.
It's super simple, but also very complex at the same time. The truffle flavor permeates that pasta really, really well. The butter is just there to carry it. That whole dish is all about the truffle. Don't get me wrong, I think it's delicious, but would I pay for it again? Probably not.
I'd eat it again because you're paying.
Yeah, if someone else is buying, sure. All right, it's time to see where it ends up on the board. Oh, wow, interesting.
He does want it again.
For me, like purely flavor wise, that was the most punchy dish that we've had so far. In terms of value for money, maybe not, but we're not really judging that.
Fair. Sarah?
Very indulgent, but I think I still prefer the flavour of the charcoal meat.
Yeah, it's delicious. However, I'm just a meat guy at heart. Next up, we've got Cag Kebabi, which is a Turkish dish, a lamb cooked over charcoal on a spit roast, and the really interesting part is how they finish cooking it. More on that later. So a really simple marinade of grated onion, salt, and pepper. Worth mentioning, we've got lamb leg and lamb belly here. We're gonna leave that in the fridge overnight for at least 12 hours to marinate. Once the meat is marinated, we're gonna skewer it on the rotisserie. We're gonna alternate between fatty pieces and lean pieces. That's really important to keep it nice and moist. Then we're gonna put it over the hot charcoal and cook it for about 20 to 25 minutes. Next, insert a skewer 1 centimeter from the top and run your knife 1 centimeter underneath that. Then, once you've cut it off, it should be still raw underneath. And at that point, you're gonna flash it on a grill. All right guys, Cag Kebabi, Turkish lamb skewers, simply served with lavash. You could do like a yogurt or something, but I really wanted to do it super natural. I will say the technique would be fantastic if you're doing for a large amount of people, like 15 or more. I think if you're trying to do it like domestically for like 4 or 6, might not necessarily be necessary. Make sense of that. Let's taste. You go first.
Okay.
It's really good. It's a really interesting technique because you still get the benefits of cooking a big piece of meat. You get to like cook it nice and slow. You get all the smoky flavor, but you also get that hard sear. So it's quite interesting. Really tasty, nice and fatty.
I'm amazed how much flavour you get from the very simple onion, salt and pepper, and that's it.
That's it. I think it's delicious.
The leg's pretty good.
Yeah, the lean's pretty good.
Yeah. Yum.
All right, it's time to score it. What have you got? Ooh. Okay. For me, the satay just had more flavor. This was delicious, and it's a very, very, very close second. I'm a meat guy. I loved it.
I'm going simplicity with the flavour. Yes, above the other ones.
For me, it was slightly better than the goat, but still not quite as good as the truffle pasta. So close second.
He's also a Kiwi, so he's a bit susceptible to lamb. Next up, pizza Napoletana from Italy. An all-time favorite, a personal all-time favorite. I think a global all-time favorite. So dust your bench with flour and then place your dough in the center. Now we're gonna stretch this dough, trying to keep as much air in the outside as possible. On goes a simple tomato sauce of raw, plain crushed tomatoes, followed by fresh basil and mozzarella cheese. And finally, a little bit of pecorino on top. Into a super hot pizza oven at around 500 degrees Celsius, turning after 30 seconds, and it shouldn't take any longer than about 90 seconds to cook. Serve immediately.
Ooh.
I'm ready.
Oh, look at that.
Pizza Napoletana. Sarah, favorite pizza style?
I feel like I'm going to get ambushed if I say New York.
Margarita.
That's not a style, chef, that's a topping. Stop sitting on the fence.
No, this style here, where it's big crusts.
I like tavern style, but hey. All right, dig in. Pretty happy with that structure. It's a classic for a reason. That's all I got to say.
You can't fault it.
All right. Oh, whoa! Whoa! For me, it's delicious. It's the best food. This type of pizza done well is up there with one of my favorite foods of all time. Notice the emphasis on done well. I think this style of pizza is often not done well. And I think when it's not done well, it's not nice.
When it's loaded with toppings.
When it's too many toppings, when you don't get the right crumb in it, when the base isn't stretched out thin enough, when you don't use really good quality tomatoes, cheese, and basil. That's my 2 cents.
For me, the internet's got this one right. I think this absolutely deserves to be on the top 10 dishes of this year. Is it one of my favorites? Maybe not, but it's certainly up there.
My kids would put it up top, I'd say. But I don't know, still skewered meat.
Next up from Mexico, Quesabirria. Unsurprising that this dish made the top 10. It's delicious. We all know it, we all love it, but let's run through it real quickly now. Place a large Dutch oven over a high heat and add a couple of tablespoons of beef tallow. Season your beef short ribs well with salt and then brown them really well on all sides. While that's happening, in the jug of a blender, you're gonna add your white onion, garlic, blanched and peeled tomato, all your dried chilies toasted then blanched, apple cider vinegar, and your blanching liquid. And you blend that till it's smooth. Once your meat has good color on all sides, you're gonna remove and set aside. You're gonna really carefully pour in the contents of the blender. Be careful, it's gonna splatter, but that's what you want. Then you're also gonna add the beef stock, add the spice bag, which contains cloves, black pepper, cinnamon, bay leaf, cumin, thyme, and Mexican oregano. Mix well, then add your beef back to the pot, cover, and you're gonna cook it low and slow. So into the oven for like 5 or 6 hours until the bones come out smoothly. Tender is it? You're gonna put the meat in a bowl and then you're gonna pull out the membrane or any sinew that you can see and you should be able to just push that meat until it falls apart. Next, you're gonna dip a tortilla on top of the fat layer from the cooking liquid and place it into a hot skillet. Lay on some of the birria meat, some diced white onion, Oaxaca cheese or mozzarella if you can't find it, fresh coriander, and you're gonna fold. Grill it for 3 to 4 minutes on each side until it's golden brown. And serve it next to a ramekin of the delicious consomme that you cooked the beef in. Quesabirria from Mexico, this one needs no introduction. I think it's the most viral recipe since like 2023. Dig in.
Oh no, you boys can go first.
I'm gonna get this one then.
Give it a bit of a dip.
Give it a dip, bro.
And then make a lot of mess.
I'm gonna go double dip. Sorry guys.
We're all friends here.
It's rich, it's super well balanced because it's got like bitterness and like a mild spiciness and all those aromats slightly come through. The white onion and coriander is holding on for dear life to cut through all that fattiness, but I love it. There is a very good reason why that's been so popular for the last few years, and that's because it's absolutely delicious. And I am on a mission to go to Mexico at some point and see this dish in its original form. I'm pretty sure that it's actually done with goat and cooked underground, very similar to like a hangi. So at some point we'll go figure that out.
Yeah, I love it how you get those like crispy bits of the beef around the outside where it's like slightly started to stick to the pan. But the whole thing is like so fatty and indulgent and just like, man, a couple of beers and a few of these, far out. Happy days, yeah.
I was expecting it to be a lot spicier, but that's just the right amount of chili once you do all the slow cooking down. That is pure indulgence.
All right, let's rate it. Oh, oh, okay, very close, very close. Well, not really that close. For me, it's delicious, but it's like, as Don says from Big Don's, it's sometimes food. I can eat pizza 3 times a week, no problem, and not feel too guilty. I can only eat that like once a month. It's delicious, but you can't eat it all the time.
I strongly disagree. I've been eating a birria taco every day for the last month. Sorry, not every day, every Sunday for the last month. And I'm addicted to them at the moment. So for that reason, it's the top of my list, above the most indulgent pasta ever.
I agree with you. It is sometimes food, but it is super good sometimes food. So.
Next up from Greece, Kontosouvli, which literally translates to short skewer, and this version is done with pork. So to a blender, we're gonna add some tomato, onions, paprika, sugar, olive oil, white wine, salt and pepper, and blend. We're gonna pour over some large chunks of what I call pork net. It's otherwise known as pork scotch. We're gonna leave it in the fridge to marinate overnight. Once marinated, you're gonna skewer it, and you're gonna start with green capsicum first, and then you're gonna alternate between pork and green capsicum. Then you're gonna place it over a bed of charcoals, and you're gonna cook for about 35 minutes or until fully cooked through and you've got some great color on the outside. Leave it to rest for 10 minutes before you carve it, and then we're simply gonna serve it with some pita bread and tzatziki. All right guys, from Greece, Kontosouvli. More grilled meat. I'm gonna be honest, at this point of the day, I am pretty full, so I'm gonna avoid the carbohydrates.
We try it plain first.
It's delicious, but it's not as good as the pork that we had at Olympic Meats. That was my first time having pork at a Greek restaurant, and it was mind-changing. If you want to see that video, links above to a video we did called Why Does Meat Taste So Good That Turns? But it is very tasty. It's really sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, again, you're getting a little bit of the smokiness from the grill. Just good hearty chunks of meat. It's tasty.
I do like the marinade. That's come through pretty nicely. Hasn't cooked off too much. You want some?
Yeah, Ducky definitely
Yeah.
wants
No for you.
All right, team, time to score.
Sorry, I'm still thinking.
Where'd you put it? Oh, well, that's pretty high, isn't it?
Well,
Number 3?
so we said the quesabirria was sometimes food.
Yep.
I could have that more often.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely not better than the pizza, but it's for sure better than the Komplet Lepinja.
For me, of the charcoal meats that we've had, it's at the bottom. It's still delicious. It doesn't quite trump the luxury of the truffle pasta. All right, let's see what takes it out. All right, next up, we've got Arroz Tapado from Peru. First of all, for the rice, add some olive oil to a saucepan along with the garlic, then the rice and the water. Pinch of salt, bring it to a simmer, put a lid on it, turn the heat down low and cook it for about 15 minutes or until the rice is fully cooked. In a large cast iron pan, add oil, red onion, a pinch of salt, sweet paprika, oregano, garlic, and aji panca, which is a pepper paste from Peru. Saute that for 1 to 2 minutes before adding the beef mince and continue cooking for 5 to 10 minutes until the meat is fully cooked, breaking up the whole time. Stir through golden raisins and set aside. Now to layer. To a cereal bowl, you're gonna add a layer of rice and then a layer of sliced boiled egg, followed by olives, the beef mince, and more rice. Then we're gonna serve it with fried plantains and a fried egg on top. Wow. All right guys, Arroz Tapado from Peru has to be, I have to say, the most unusual dish we've had today. Has all of the ingredients that I'm very familiar with, but nothing that I've ever seen put together like this.
After you, Sarah. Kind of looks like the complete meal. You've got the mince, the rice, and a bit of egg.
Oh, and raisins.
And raisins. So it's actually very familiar flavor profile wise. It's, you know, beefy and mincy, a little bit of heat from that chili pepper paste. The raisins add a nice saltiness through it and a little sweetness pop. Like it's pretty like unoffensive.
Try some of that plantain and see how that goes with it. Okay, that actually really works with it.
I do quite like fried plantains. Overall, it's pretty tasty. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it good enough to take out the #1 spot though?
All right. Sarah?
I do like that it is like your complete meal. There's so many different flavors blending in there together, but just work well.
Yeah, for me, I think it was really tasty. I think it was definitely better than the Komplet Lepinja.
I agree. To me, it feels like a really good home-cooked meal. It feels like something my mum would have made when I was growing up if I grew up in Peru, and I love that about it. But would I order it in a restaurant? No, it depends what else is on the menu. If someone's mum made it for me, I'd be stoked. Next cab off the rank, Pappardelle Al Cinghiale, which is wild boar pasta, unsurprisingly. Now, we can't get wild boar here in Australia, so we're using pork shoulder instead. Into a container, you're gonna add your pork, juniper, clove, garlic, bay, rosemary, parsley, your sofrito, carrots, onion, celery. Then you're gonna cover it in red wine, put a lid on it, place it in the fridge to marinate for at least 12 hours. Once the meat's marinated, you're gonna strain it. You're gonna keep the liquid though, keep that wine. Then you're gonna hand dice all the pork till it's roughly 1/2 centimeter cubes, even smaller if you want. Now to a large Dutch oven, you're gonna add some olive oil, followed by the guanciale. And you're gonna sweat that down until it renders out most of its fat. Next, you're gonna add carrots, onions, celery, and saute for 3 to 4 minutes, followed by the garlic and tomato paste, rosemary, and bay leaf. Saute that for another 30 seconds before adding all the pork that you diced up to the pot. Stir well, then add the wine and tomatoes. Now you're gonna simmer this with the lid on for 3.5 to 4 hours, or until the pork's lovely and tender. Next, you're gonna cook some fresh pappardelle in salted boiling water, and while that's cooking, you're gonna add some of your pork sauce to a saucepan. Add the cooked pasta to the saucepan and toss well to emulsify. All right, the last dish, Pappardelle Al Cinghiale. We had this not long ago, so we know it's delicious. Some people put parmesan on it, some people don't. Today I've chosen not to. Get a pure taste of the dish. Sarah?
Let's go.
I'm tucking. I feel like pappardelle is kind of the ultimate comfort food for me. Like it's just so like rich and hearty and robust and just tasty. Yeah. Oh,
We made it to the end. That ragu is so full of flavour.
The sharpness of the wine, the tomatoes cut through it all really nicely. I don't think it needs cheese at all. I think it's fine just the way it is. Delicious dish. I really want to get to Italy and try this with wild boar though. I think it would take it to another level.
yeah.
We'll come to.
Okay, so we're gonna go to Mexico and Italy.
Next year. It's gonna be a busy year.
All right, the last dish. Where's it gonna go? Number 4. Number 4.
Number 4 as well.
Where's yours?
On the top.
Number 2.
I really like it.
It's up there.
I now want to move some things around.
You've regretted your decisions?
have.
Do you regret any of your decisions?
I don't regret any of my decisions, but I am starting to second guess them.
That sounds like regret to me. Well, I'm the only professional here because I'm happy with my list. All right, the actual list, and number 10 was Pappardelle. I had number 4.
Number 2.
Yeah, my number 4 as well.
Number 9, Quesabirria. Kind of surprising. I was at number 2.
Number 1 for me.
Number 1.
I did love it.
Number 8, Komplet Lepinja, which I have at number 10.
I really liked it at the time, but yeah.
Number 7, Arroz Tapado. I have number 9.
Oh, I get the one right.
Number 6, Kontosouvli.
Wee.
Oh yeah, I got that at number 7.
Went higher. I liked it.
Number 5, Cag Kebabi. Oh, I had that right.
Ooh, I was 6. We're all pretty close on that one.
Yeah, I'm on the top for me. I liked it.
Number 4, Sate Kambing was pretty popular. I had number 3.
Yeah, number 5 for me.
Number 5. Number 3, the white truffle pasta, which what was I? I was like number 6 in the end. You're like number
Yeah, it's like right up the top.
2.
I was going down the one.
You're
Number 8.
Number 2, Neapolitan style pizza. Number 1.
Down 6.
Oh,
It was good.
And the number 1 dish voted by you, the public, apparently for 2025 was Vori Vori, which I have at number 8.
Yeah, and then 10.
Well, there you go. That was a fun one. Thank you guys for joining me and helping me with voting that one. Let us know what dish you think should have been in that top 10 list down below. And maybe, just maybe, we should try and get a dish on this list for next year. Peace.